Hey everyone, it is Miss Maples. This is just a quick video to go over step 7 of your pre-writing for A Raisin in the Sun. I'm going to be talking about once you have planned out your thesis and your body paragraphs, your assessed body paragraphs, you're ready to go back and plan how you want to begin your essay, how you want to introduce your topic, your introduction paragraph, and how you want to wrap it all up with your conclusion. When you're doing your body paragraphs, CES, claim, elaborate, evidence, support, significance, helps you organize your thoughts. When you're doing an introduction, you're going to use the acronym HABIT to help you organize your paragraph. So the H in HABIT stands for human truth or hook. You're going to begin with a broad idea that relates to like the theme or like a concept of your essay, but doesn't directly talk about a raisin in the sun or a poem. It's more of just a general idea about life. Okay. Then you're going to give author and background information. So you're going to give some background on the play A Raisin in the Sun and some background on the poem that you chose, Mother to Son or Harlem. I is the intent of your essay. You're going to make a statement of what the essay is about. For this essay, how Lorraine Hansberry chose a poem to represent a theme of her play, and she titled her play after the poem. And then your thesis statement, which you've already written. Okay. Introductions, HABIT introductions are walking your reader into your argument. So you're going to use this outline to help you write it. And if you read all of my notes, it should be very helpful. So, human truth, a statement that says something about all humans, regardless of time, gender, social status, money. It should relate to the theme you chose for A Raisin in the Sun. So, say you're analyzing the importance of family in A Raisin in the Sun. For your human truth, you might state something like, family is one of the most important aspects of a person's life. That could be how you intro, like the first line of your essay. Okay, something broad. Then you'll transition into giving some background on the readings. For this, you need to give some background on A Raisin in the Sun, and you need to give a little bit of background on the poem, like a sentence each, nothing in depth. Like, just say that A Raisin in the Sun is about a family in Chicago that gets the insurance check and they have to figure out what they're going to do. For the poem, just give a very brief summary of what the poem's about. So it shouldn't be a long thing, just to kind of introduce the ideas. Explain that Lorraine Hansberry, for the intent of essay, that she picked one of the poems in order to title her essay. And then give your thesis. Did she make the right choice? Was her using Harlem the right choice, or should she have stuck with Mother to Son and kept her title The Crystal Staircase? You've got your introduction, okay? I wrote an introduction that's linked into your table right here. So if you want to see what an introduction could look like, look here. This one is for what I wrote on Of Mice and Men. So here is my HABIT introduction. I'm going to start with a broad idea. Children are taught to behave fairly and to expect fair treatment from others. They are taught to share, to tell the truth, and to work for what they want, all under the assumption that this hard work and moral behavior will lead to a life of happiness and fulfillment. However, as children grow and experience the truths of life, they realize that life is often unfair, unpredictable, and that their hard work doesn't guarantee success. Sorry, it's kind of depressing, but if you've read Of Mice and Men, it's kind of a depressing book, right? So that's a human truth. I'm talking about just people. I haven't even gotten into the book yet. So that's what you do with your H, the human truth. Now I'm going to give background on Of Mice and Men and on the poem To a Mouse. John Steinbeck's short novel Of Mice and Men tells the story of two migrant farm workers who hope to save money to buy their own farm but never actually get their dream. In Robert Burns' poem To a Mouse, the speaker accidentally plows over a poor field mouse's nest and then apologizes to the mouse for the unfairness in the world. Very brief background of what the novel of Mice and Men is about and what the poem To a Mouse is about, and that's where the title of Mice and Men comes from. Okay, here's my I, where I take the prompt and I turn it into a statement. Steinbeck's novel and Burns's poem have much in common. So for your essay, you might write something like, Lorraine Hansberry's play A Raisin in the Sun is very similar to Langston Hughes's poem Mother to Son. Something like that for the I, the intent. And then the thesis you already wrote. John Steinbeck chose to title his novel Of Mice and Men after Robert Burns's poem To a Mouse because both express a common theme. Life is often unfair and unpredictable despite one's best plans. So I'm hoping you can use my habit introduction to kind of inspire your own introduction. Okay, and then once you've done all of that, you've already got your habit introduction planned out. Earlier in step 6, you planned out what you want to do for your body paragraphs, your test body paragraphs. Then all you've got is your conclusion. So conclusion, we use the acronym WRAP. We're wrapping it up, okay? R is restate your thesis, but more casually. You don't have to do it all formal like you did in the beginning. Just kind of remind your reader your overall argument. Answer, so what? So now you're going to get deep into like why this topic matters. Why is this literature, these themes important to readers in life? And then end with something profound that'll really stick with your readers. So this is where you're getting into like why the play matters, why the theme matters, why this is an important idea. This is kind of difficult and takes some creativity. So just know, like, restate your thesis in a new way, and then you're going to have to think about it. What's an interesting topic? Like, kind of think about what you got out of the play or the poem, why it's important, and end with something like that. So here is my example wrap conclusion for this essay that I wrote. So here is my R. I restated my thesis, but in a more casual tone. Steinbeck's short novel and Burns's poem both express a sad but important truth about the unfairness of life. Not nearly as long as my thesis was up here, not as specific. I'm just kind of reminding my reader of my overall argument since now they've gone all the way through it. They're at the last paragraph. Okay, A is answer, so what? Why is this important? While happy stories with hopeful endings may make the reader feel good, it's often narratives that express melancholy messages that we remember for years and affect us the deepest. So that's why I'm getting into why this matters. Yeah, I'm saying Of Mice and Men and the poem To a Mouse, they're sad. But Steinbeck was showing sad stuff happens in the world, and we were kind of connecting to him through that. And now I'm ending with a profound last statement. Literature offers us the ability to connect with others from different time periods and different walks of life. We are able to see ourselves in migrant farm workers from the 1930s, or even a poor little field mouse with no nest for winter. This connection brings us peace through the struggle and unfairness of life. All living things face similar challenges, and these hardships bind us to one another. So you can see, I've moved beyond just analyzing the title of the novel. Now I'm getting into why literature like this matters. So for your essay, you'll be getting into why poems like Langston Hughes's poems and plays like Lorraine Hansberry's play matter on a deeper level. Okay, so that is your habit introduction and your wrap conclusion, the last part of your pre-writing. I hope that was helpful. Reach out if you need more help. Once you have finished planning that, you're ready to open up your MLA formatted document that is in your assignment and go through and start typing all of the awesome planning you have completed. All right, take care, everybody.